However, we have a date with Queelag. So, because I can't beat her without leveling up, we're going to level up more faith. Because Mel Gibson is a man of faith. He's a man of extreme faith and anti-Semitic beliefs. Which is the only way to get through life when you're that much of a genius, right? But we're coming up there on areas we've been through. Can you believe we're still in the first part of the game? It's kind of amazing, right? In the grand scheme of things. It really is quite fascinating. And that's what I love about Dark Souls 1. You can kind of tackle it in any way you want. You can't do that in the later games. They give you slight changes and variations, but for the most, in this game you can do so much at almost any point. But it all hinges on you being good enough to do it. Which is exactly what it should hinge on. It shouldn't hinge on keys and items. And this game fucks that up as well with the Lord Vessel. I think the Lord Vessel is probably one of the weakest parts of the design in this game, in my opinion. Just purely because it gates off areas that would be great. If they got rid of those orange barriers, I think that they would be a nigh perfect game in a lot of ways. Because it's just so spot on. Then I'm going to sit at this bonfire. And we can go the other way. And then we can play with Queelag. Because I'm curious of what you can do no roll to Queelag. Because I've been super tempted to do a Dark Souls 1 project involving trying not to roll against the bosses. Because the bosses are arguably the most primitive of any of the Souls games. Well, except for Demon Souls, of course. Demon Souls has the most prehistoric boss fights. It's probably something over that way, but not the end of the world. Oh, I think I know what Queelina spawns. Isn't it when you kill Queelag? You kill Queelag and she's like, oh, you saved my sister, blah, blah, blah. Or something like that. That might be how that works. It's kind of nice not knowing. Oh, hi. Dude, you see how red his eyes looked then? He looked mean. Bitch. Don't need anything from these guys, do I? I don't think so. Ooh, who is that? Oh, Manny to Mildred. Fuck that. Can't get out from her. All she's going to do is make that boss harder. So this is Queelag. She's Chaos Witch. Whatever that means. She's got a big sword. She's going to try and smack me with a big sword. Poke. Big poke, right? Yeah, that's got big range. And then he's going to spew. And the spew is the most punishable attack that they have. She's going to poke again? Did not mean to press that button, guys. Spewing again. Interesting. Was that a quick spew? What are the rules here? Do you think you can run to the side of that? You can probably run to the side of that, right? That's the full combo. She didn't do the full combo. There's the spew again. That's the biggest of the spews. Was that a pathing issue? What is going on? Explosion, right? Yeah, that looks mad different. Is she doing it again? Oh no, that's another spew. That's the big poke. That's a 3-hit combo if you let her. You're not going to lift the leg up and try and slam me with the leg? Spewing again. Thank you for that game. Never touched it. In action replay, never touched it. Technically never touched it. Stupid fucking game. Big poke again. That is a fast hit, that. I don't think you can dodge that being close to her either. So as long as she doesn't jump. She only jumps when you're at a certain range, right? And there's a spew again. There's the move. It's fast. What if you can run past her legs with that? Spewing. We'll call that the ambient spew. Big poke with incredible range, but you can run to the side of that one. And there's the spew again. Ambient spewing. Another ambient spew, or is that big spew? Ambient spew. Big swing. That is the full one, right? Oh, wow! It's been a long time since I've been hit by that. There's the explosion. Spewing again. Oops. That was a problem. I forgot how long the fucking fire lasts. It lasts too long. That's how long. That should have killed me, that. I deserve to lose that fight. But you know, ironically enough, if this was New Game Plus 7 and I was using Tearstone range, I would have had to hit her less than I hit her just then. Because my weapon is shit. Complete dog shit. Too far. Good to know, right? Anyway. Get to ring that second bell and get that achievement. First time I've ever fought that boss. Didn't even have to heal. I'm a beast. Didn't even have to roll, guys. I might be the next best new Renaissance player of the Darketh of Soulseth. The Crash Bandicoot of Souls games. Right here, guys. And that marks the execution of the Firekeeper. And the good side of that is I get the Dingy set, because the Dingy set looks amazing. Oh, and we also get to see the Giants, who also look pretty sweet. I wonder if we'll see these guys in the Demon Souls remake. It's just such clever level design, this, because you've spent the entire game at this point exploring, understanding, and absorbing the world, and now that gate goes up, you're immediately transfixed on, oh yeah, how do I get there? And I love that kind of design. Thank you, achievement. Queelag's Domain. Ring the Bell of Awakening. So people have asked me why I'm playing this on Xbox. I'm playing it on Xbox because of the achievements, guys. That's it. It's the least decent version of the game. The PlayStation 4 version will be objectively better. The PlayStation 4 version will have the better community because Sony always had the bigger Souls community thanks to the original Demon Souls being on it. I'll be a servant, sure. But you have no eggs! Stop being so racist, dude. It's not always about prejudice, you big bulbous douche. This is a big fire. This doorway. I wonder how many people have opened that doorway. Probably not many, right? This thing looks horrible. I like it when you vote, bitch. Shake them titties when you vote, bitch. There we go. Covenant of the Chaos Servant and the Chaos Fireball. Does she give you the Great Chaos? The, what's it called? You know, the Chaos Firestorm one? Do I have to do something with her? I probably have to offer a ton of... Can you offer it in bulk? Oh, dude, that's so sweet. That's really good. That's the type of shit that really dates Dark Souls. So the fact that they've given you that is really nice. That's going to save a lot of time. That's very clever. I can get behind that. I think it's 25, right? Oh, wow. Leveling's getting harder now. It's getting much harder to level. I'm too over-leveled. I'm a big scrub. I want to go into the Demon Ruins. It's not a good idea, but I like doing stupid things. Can you imagine if Fire Sage, sorry, what's his name? Ceaseless Discharge doesn't follow the script? That'd be hilarious. Everybody likes the script, right? And you know I'm wearing those robes, guys. Everybody wears the robes their first time. Then again, if I did what everyone else did, I'd be decked out in Havel gear, wouldn't I? She tried hard for the money. Ba 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 da da da. So apparently our fellas over there, the Taurus Demon Extraordinaire, apparently those guys are aggro a little bit differently. But then I have someone in the comments who's saying that a lot of the things that people are misremembering and think have changed are the same in the original game, they're just misremembering. Oh, can you see the Demon Centipede down there? Look at him. He's grabbing on. You can definitely see that a lot better than you used to be able to see. This is always one of the most impressive areas of the game, which makes it so unsatisfying that Ceaseless is such a disappointment. And somebody's also mentioned in the comments that instead of fixing a bonfire next to Vamos, it'd be really sweet if they could have, you know, fixed Ceaseless, and that's one of those things I would have loved to have seen as well. Ceaseless is such a disappointing catch. But Ceaseless Discharge. I remember when I first saw this boss, because I did not know what was happening. I watched a Japanese guy do what I'm about to try and do, and probably going to mess up. And it was just, hang on a second here. And then its entire life bar just vanished. And it was that moment where I realised that the boss fights could be done in super crazy ways, which I thought was really fantastic. This guy looks great. Really well designed. You know, if you compare this fella to like the Iron King from the second game, how do you go from this abomination to that ridiculous caricature cereal box worthy garbage? You couldn't pick a more stereotypical looking demon, could you? Where's my rock? Is it this one? Dude, I can't remember the rock I used to guys the distance with. It might be that one. They changed the rock. Game is broken. Need to be careful here, because if he shoots me with his fucking fire lasers, because I'm not quite quick enough to get around this corner, I could be in trouble. Should be up. There it was. There it was. That's scary. It's the problem when you don't upgrade your stamina. I've got a lot of regen though, so hopefully the regen can circumvent that. I always used to think as well, if I didn't look at him, I'd be okay. That doesn't work. He still fucks you up. But I've got plans with this boss when I come back to him. I've got good plans. But if you don't know, if you pick up the item and you run to this door, he's going to jump to us right now. Unless I did this wrong. Here he comes. And then, if you attack his hand, he falls into the lava bed and dies. And I'm in trouble because I have a damaged weapon, which is bad news. Because I didn't buy the repair box. However, I might have repair powder, so we should be okay. I'll just have to double check. I do not have repair powder. Shit. Okay, anyway. This is not frustrating or anything. Oh my god. Up is fine. Right is fine. Everything else is fucked. So it's easier to go right than go left once. Go right that many times, then go left at all. There we go. Looking swaggy, right? Looks pretty swaggy. Not the worst looking fashion. So what is my attack now? Ooh, 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 ooh. Lost over 50 AR. That's big business. So apparently sitting at the bonfires does not do durability in this game, which is an easy fact to forget, because we're so used to the way that it works now. These guys are going to be aggroed now. Sometimes they just decide to start walking towards you. Yeah, I think they are. Always good. So that's an ember right over there. I forget which one it is, but it involves jumping across lava that kills you incredibly quickly. I wonder if they've toned the lava down. We've also got a fight with Kirk coming up, but I don't really want to do that. Then again, it's a backstab fest, so... that might not be too much of a problem. The fight with this Capra demon, though, is going to be slower than I would like. Is he already moving? He kind of moved. Ooh, let's use this. Am I too fat? Yes, you are. God, fuck you! Fucking garbage! I am still too fat. I am still too fat, what the fuck? Why is this sword so fucking heavy? There we go. He does extra hits on that, if you're wondering. But he doesn't do them unless you're in range. See the recovery on the whiff there? And he jumps backwards. There's his jump. Bye. So that enemy is a joke, but put it in that tiny room with those dogs and the joke's on you. I can't believe we're staring at this exquisite man-ass right now, watching the package bulge and bounce. I apologise about this, ladies and gentlemen, but I don't want to be fat rolling against an invasion when my weapon is broken. So if I can put some super light trousers on, I'll make this a bit more sanitary for us that don't like staring at man-ass. It's quite light. Can I chuck those on? I can't even put those fuckers on. See, we have to stare at it. It's sexual equality, guys. The world's gone mad. Doesn't even have the decency. Watch for the flame in the top right. The moment you see the flame autosave, it means that the invasion is procced. So the moment you see it, sprint back against yourself. However, it doesn't seem to be tripping. Where's my save? I'm alive. Where's my flame, game? I killed him in the other area. He spawns exactly here. Right there. But it didn't happen. I'm confused. It must be a tripwire. And I must not have gone too far, but I don't want to go too far because I don't want to get every single Capra demon after me because I can't even go this way now. And I had intended to. Fog ring would be great about here. Weird. I wonder what's happening. This might be something else I've forgotten. Because Kirk shows up in the depth and then in Ceaseless. There's nowhere else, right? Weird. I don't know. Anywho, we're going to go back out of this area. Is that seriously too heavy for me? It's all too heavy for me. Why is it too heavy all of a sudden? Was it not heavy before? Maybe it's because I had Havels on. Probably a Havel thing, right? Hey, that'll do. But if I could have used the other controller, I would have been able to be swapping rings a lot more. Because one of the cool things about this game is you can be in your menus while you're moving. And you can't sprint, but you can still navigate. And if you want to get better at PvP, and you want to get better at the game in general, one of my biggest pieces of advice is get used to being able to navigate while menuing. Because you don't have to be a speedrunner to get utility from it either. It's just really useful in a lot of circumstances. Right, I need 25, right? 22. So close. But somebody said as well in the comments that the PvP for the remaster's dead. And I find that very difficult to believe, considering that the majority of the people coming back to the game, in my mind, are people coming back who want a PvP because they missed the game. Like hell, even Marta's Brigade came back. And Marta hasn't popped up a video in a long time. Which just goes to show that, you know, I believe that there's a lot of people that are hungry for the good old days of Dark Souls 1. But in my mind, it'll never be as good as it was when we were there. Because it was a different time. It's like the Call of Duty 4 argument. COD 4 was so good because nobody knew what COD was. There was the COD 2 guys wrecking everybody, and there was the people who were just good at first-person shooters that were doing really well, and then there was just an ocean of people who were just having fun playing the new addictive shooter, and it led to really innocent, really fun gameplay. And of course the gameplay went completely downhill from that point onwards, as everybody learned what was good and what was cheesy and the best ways to do things, and you had your martyrdoms and your triple frags and, you know, your people camping and everything else. But fundamentally, it was just such a fun time to be part of that game. And then when you go back to it now, you'll probably do well and have fun because it's still COD 4, but it's not the COD 4 you remember. You know, all of that was new back then. It was new ideas and new ways of thinking, and nowadays it's kind of contrite and everybody knows it. And I'm gonna have to run through this stupid water. And it's the same with Dark Souls. Dark Souls was so special for pretty much all of its character. Its character was extremely unique. But this game has been changed in a lot of ways, and it's a lot of ways that might make it more enjoyable, but it's also a lot of ways that will make it less memorable. 3 hits now. So for the sake of not wasting too much time, if I fall going back up, which there's a really good chance I will, I'm going to do a nice safety save. Just from here. And then we can run past our buddies. This guy's probably going to cockblock me. Interesting to see that the water neutralizes the Darkwood Grain Ring. It's pretty cool. Excuse me. Went suddenly dryness, right? Vagisil for men. When your throat is irreparably dry, use Vagisil. Got a little extra cheese on the taco, huh? How many times have you fallen off that elevator because of the wobbly-bobbly physics of Souls games? Too many, right? Too many is always the answer. There's the bugs. And then we've got the... if you go down there, that's where you get the Firekeeper Spirit, if you're interested in that kind of thing. I don't know if there's anything else that's essential down there. Nothing is jumping out in my mind. I've only 1000G'd this game 3 times. I did my version. Here we go. And then there was the PC version, right? Did the PC version have achievements? I think it did. And then I did it for one other person who actually paid me to do it for them, which was kind of cool. Which is one of those aspects of YouTube that perhaps some people don't know about. You get quite a lot of requests to do things for people. There you go, Kitanu Londo. That would be able to help you do some cool stuff if you didn't have the Master Key, but we have the Master Key and thus we do cool stuff anyway. But traditionally these guys like to roar before they swing, except for him. He's a dick. But it's not a problem, you'll get past them like that quite effortlessly. There's the Astora Sword, isn't there, to the right, with the Undead Dragon. That's something I'm going to need, that's a unique weapon. And then there's going to be the Witch's Robes, for after I've killed the kings. But the key we picked up opens the doorway I just went through. An essential, really. Oh! Dark fucking Souls, dude. I nearly fell for my own bullshit. That's as lucky as you get just then. In another world, I died just then. Hot damn. But there are actually websites that you can pay that will 1000G and platinum games for you if you're interested in that kind of thing, which is an interesting thing that's come about since achievements have existed. And I've done it myself a few times. I'm not affiliated with those websites, but I've been approached by people who are interested in getting certain things done that are too difficult for themselves, and they've been willing to pay for it, which is kind of cool. There's the Dingy set, there's the Dead Firekeeper, which means that the fire that has the most flasks is now out until we deal with that, which is kind of annoying. But we need to repair our weapon anyway, so we're going to be going the shortcut route anyhow. Okay, Petrus is still here.
Oh, me. I've become separated from my lady.
So,
Scoured near and far. Where could you, my lady?
So he's come out of the catacombs afraid. I'm assuming after Patches has had his way with the clerics. Which sounds kind of crude and rude, but I'm assuming all he did is push them in the fucking hole. Like he does because he's a scumbag. But Petrus didn't fall for it for some reason. Perhaps through his cowardice. And he's come back up here into Firelink, the only real safety he knows. Which means now when we go into the Tomb of the Giants, we're going to meet those guys and they will be holificated versions of themselves. What is that? Added you as a friend. How the fuck did he do that? I thought I'm supposed to have to okay that. That's weird. I don't know you, sir. Who are you? Your timing is immaculate, friend. Ooh, light crossbow. Sweet. I've done that a few times. You know what I thought was really funny? There was an early press version for this game, and somebody wrote an article mentioning that the backstabs were hard. The backstabs are as difficult as they've always been. There's everybody who's played Dark Souls just scratching their head being like, what? Backstab's difficult? Did you play Demons? This person did not play Demon Souls. Because if you think the backstabs are tough in this game, then you need practice, young Padawan. You certainly do. And I have a video actually teaching you how to backstab for PvP. Very old video.
Why not?
And he wants the Ember. No surprise there. No weapons for Ascension. Right. If I upgrade it, will it repair it? It does that, right? I can't repair it because I can't upgrade it. So I guess we'll just repair it. Ooh, that's mad cheap. I can live with that. Dude, I reckon the axe is probably MLG compared to the sword I'm using. Let's have a see. Why did it sound so quiet then? That was weird. So... Great. Wow, look at the Gravelord sword. 13 dex. That shit's got a lot of raw damage and it's got poison on it. I wish poison was a thing in this game. It's only really good against PvP people. So if you look at my stats, the axe is 170 at level 4. 176 when two-handed. And it's scaling. It's C in strength. So I'm getting 58 from that. It's hilarious. Considering my strength is so high anyway. Anyhow. Twinkling Titanite can be gotten in a variety of places, one of which is an area that I've been in, but wasn't so successful, which is the Ashen Lake. But I'm going to use the Lord Vessel to clean up Ashen Lake. And we're going to fuck with the Serpent Men, which means I'm going to need the Hornet Ring. And I'm probably going to have to drop some armor. Not to worry. I love these trousers, but they're betraying me. They're also quite heavy. Ooh, brigand trousers. Oh, they look too jokey. I look too much like a clown. Can't do that. Can't do that to myself. Can we do wanderer boots? Wanderer boots are pretty sweet. How about a skirt? It'll work, but I can't do it. Sometimes the skirt looks really good. Other times, not so much. I can live with that.